You're not being bad. You're not irresponsible. You're simply learning to be better with money and more in control of your reactions to it. Money, it does a lot different things to different people. For us women, it is not just a stressor of gotta make more, don't have enough, etc. It is actually a trigger. We have emotional responses to various things in our past that had to do with money and how we feel about it today. Let's talk about this, because money is a tool. It is a commodity. It is our form of currency. It should not be our self-worth. It should not give us fear. It should not make us shut down. What does money do and why? And why are women more susceptible to this? Hi, I'm Jenny. I've got a little to say about a lot of stuff. Most of it has to do about women of a certain age moving into this next chapter of our lives boldly, unapologetically, and adventurally. And adventurally, I mean with a sense of adventure. But it all has to do with money at the core. We've been working all these years to make it, to sock it away, to spend it, and now we need to figure out if we have enough to move into this next chapter of our life fully retired, or if we're going to do a hybrid retirement. But today we're going to focus on the emotional relationship we have with money. And the very first thing I want us to think about is, what does our reaction to money look like in these following scenarios? An unexpected bill arrives, or maybe a bill you knew was coming, but you've chosen to bury your head in sand. It's an autodraft. You're not certain the money's there. Instead of facing it head on like a grown-ass woman, a lot of us will just simply freeze. We will shut down. We refuse to go and look at we immediately panic. We've got to address these things at the root cause. So the very first thing that I want us all to do in our Adulting 101 Big Girl Panty session talk here is, what anticipated expenses are going to happen regardless. You're going to have to get an oil change. You're going to have to replace tires. You're going to have your AC serviced once a year is great. You're going to have to do regular maintenance on different appliances. But eventually, things are going to break beyond our ability to maintain and or repair independently with a YouTube video. And you're going to either have to call somebody or you're going to have to replace. So let's start setting aside money now to avoid the panic later. In a few weeks, I am launching a budgeting mini course that actually sets you up and walks you through how to address your current bills, but then also over the next 52 weeks to set yourself up so that there's never this lack of money again. And you can also then start focusing on your debt and paying off your student loans. So obviously that's debt, but additionally building an emergency fund so that an emergency no longer inspires the fear freeze or the panic. Well, this is the definition of insanity. I have known women, you might be one of them, that when it comes to money fears, money insecurities, money panic, money freezes, your reaction is not to shut it down, don't spend a dime, or to hit the panic button and start spinning it out into the universe of, oh my God, how am I going to handle this? No, some of you very peacefully go to retail therapy. You start shopping, you start spending, and not on the things that the money is needed for at this point. Something you did. You crawled into your credit cards. You crawled into your wallet. That was your therapy, retail therapy. Doesn't get you very far down the road. It does not do anything to promise your future self a better situation. So let's start addressing that now as well. It's coming up on the first of the year, but you don't have to wait till January. You can make these changes any day of the year when you decide you're going to do things differently. Again, down in the description, I have a free basic budgeting worksheet. I have a mini course coming out that will walk you through that. Also, I've got some journals that can help you unpack and figure out why you react and why you respond to different situations and scenarios when it comes to money the way you do. It's worth getting to know yourself just a little bit better to make yourself a whole lot better. Oh, we need t-shirts. So with anything in life, when we find that we react versus act when something happens, we need to pause and unpack it. It's the only way we're going to figure out why this makes me tick this way and how I can stop this. So when you find yourself panicking or freezing or deciding to scroll and shop because that makes you feel better, pause. What just triggered you? Was it a money situation? Was it a social media situation? Did you have a fight at work? Is pressure building up somewhere else in your life? But what are you feeling? Let's figure out the why you're feeling this way and how to stop it. Some of us, hey, we eat our feelings, we drink our feelings, but that's never the best solution for our feelings. So what are you feeling first and foremost? What was your reaction and what was the trigger? So let's get that down. So what was the trigger? What was your knee-jerk reaction? What are you actually feeling? And now let's redirect. Awareness is 80-90% of the battle. So as soon as you start identifying these things, you can stop reacting and start acting to become the person you want to be, to set yourself up for to set yourself up for success, but to have a much more peaceful existence to where money and finances aren't the bad guy. If this information has made you think, if you know somebody in your life that could use a little bit of tough love talk about this, send them the video. Love for you to subscribe. Come on back. I post twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Wednesday is about mindset. Saturdays, it's about budgeting, retirement, and entering into this next chapter of our life boldly and exactly the way we want to do it. You're not broke. You're just getting started. And some of us are just getting started, getting to know ourselves and to unpack all of these things that we have chosen not to address because we've been busy raising kids, careers, helping spouses, helping loved ones, caring for aging parents. This is only your time now. If you choose it to be your time, we can always backfill all of the openness in our lives with more hiding and meaningless things. So let's make ourselves a priority. Go and grab a journal. Let's walk through this together, 52 weeks to a better you. So you're not being dramatic. You're not being bad. You're not irresponsible. You're simply learning to be better with money and more in control of your reactions to it. Stop recording.